In this video, you will learn expert tips to help install the Schlage XE360 Tubular Lock. From what to check before you begin, to mechanical installation and electrical hookup, this video highlights the important steps to keep in mind, improvements to specific areas of the installation process, and optional steps you can take to help the XE360 lock perform its best on the door. Digital interactive instructions are available by scanning the QR code on the box or printed instructions, or by going to ally.co.xe360. These instructions provide animated 3D models of the lock and components, and show critical steps and sequences for mechanical and electrical installation. If this is your first time watching the video or installing the lock, we recommend following along with the instruction sheet or interactive digital instructions, and a sample XE360 lock if possible. Practicing some of the following steps on your own may help future installations go more smoothly. If the lock will be installed in an area where significant temperature or humidity changes are anticipated, the condensation sealant kit can be used to help ensure maximum protection when the lock is in use. The XE360 lock can be installed without the kit and later retrofitted if it's determined to be necessary. Contact your facility manager to determine the best options for your application. The mechanical key, which is used for key override, can be found in the top of the box when opened. Keep this key with you throughout the installation in case the latch must be retracted for any reason. To ensure lock-in is prevented, don't let the door close during installation. To ensure the electronics are working as expected, the box has been designed to allow for testing of the electronics prior to installation. Remove and unwrap the exterior trim, using caution to ensure the two ribbon cables do not catch or snag. Remove and unwrap the interior trim. Separate the plate and set aside. It is not needed for the test. Connect the white ribbon cable to the appropriate connector on the inside trim, ensuring the red wire lines up with the red line on the label. Connect the gray ribbon cable to the appropriate connector on the inside trim, ensuring the red wire lines up with the red line on the label. Remove the battery pack and insert 4 AA batteries, ensuring proper orientation of each battery. Turn over the outside trim. Connect the battery pack cable to the battery connector on the inside trim. The connector will only fit in one orientation, where the red and black wires line up together. Observe the exterior trim and verify the lock flashes green 3 times. If the lock flashes green 3 times, the electrical test is complete. Carefully disconnect the battery pack, uninstall the batteries, disconnect the cables, and rewrap. Return the trims and battery pack to their locations in the box. If the electrical test did not complete correctly, contact your dealer or call customer care. At this time, it may be advisable to commission or register the lock to your access system prior to installation. This can make setup more efficient, since system administrators can assign users and access rights to the lock ahead of installation. Contact your facility personnel or system administrator to determine the best plan for your facility. The levers with your unit may have arrived with stickers applied at the factory. These stickers are for manufacturing purposes and may be removed and discarded before or after installation. Once at the opening, ensure the door swings freely, fits into the frame without binding, and that any other hardware on the door, such as hinges or closers, are secure and work properly. There should be a 1/8 inch gap on the top and sides of the door and frame. A common cause of latching issues are due to door alignment. If there are any conditions with the opening that may cause a latching issue, resolve them before continuing. Contact your dealer for assistance. All fasteners are located in separate numbered bags in the box. The numbers correspond to specific steps in the installation instructions. For each step that requires a fastener, the instructions will show the screw needed and the bag number where it can be found. When installing the post onto the interior plate, the process can be made easier by using the product packaging to hold the plate upright during installation of the posts. Using a pair of vice grips to hold the post during installation onto the interior plate can make this process simple and easy. Thread in the screw from the opposite side of the interior plate and tighten with a Phillips screwdriver, using the vice grips to prevent the post from rotating while the screw is tightened. Before attaching the lever to the exterior trim, familiarize yourself with the spindle and catch mechanism by installing and removing the lever a few times. This lever catch is a security feature designed to prevent the lever from being removed from the outside. Ensure the spindle is fully extended and the catch, or ball, has dropped into place. You may need to push the ball down. Note that if the spindle is pushed in, the catch will pop back up. Ensure the catch has dropped before attempting to install the lever. Loosen the set screw in the lever. Align the lever with the trim, and carefully push straight into place until you hear a click. To remove the lever, gently push the spindle from the inside of the assembly with the hex wrench. Once installed, the lever is rigidly held in place. When installing the lock on the door, be sure to position the lever correctly with your door handing prior to installing the lock. For both the inside and outside levers, the set screw must be torqued. Using the short end of the included hex wrench as shown, tighten the screw and apply pressure that bends the long end of the wrench. When connecting the ribbon cables, ensure that the red wire on the cable aligns with the red line on the label of the interior trim assembly. Before installing the inside escutcheon, fold the ribbon cables down in a U shape to provide adequate space and avoid pinching. After placing the battery pack inside the interior trim, tuck the cable as shown to provide adequate space and avoid pinching. To use the key override, insert the key as shown on the underside of the exterior trim. The key only rotates about 1/8 of a turn to retract the latch. For assistance, consult your installation instructions or the digital interactive instructions or customer care at 877-671-7011.